Okay, class, let's take a look. Now we are in the history of Buddhism. Basically, this is where you can see we are in the Tathagata Garba. Tathagata Garba means it's what? See or not? Is we are still in the chapter number 5, Mahayana philosophy and variety of the emptiness. Yes. So Cecilia, you see, it seems you will come to the wrong place again. It's a chapter number 5. Okay, anyway, I try my best to make you feel comfortable. Class, take a look. You see here in Mahayana school, basically, people will think about that. Oh, Mahayana, meaning to say attainment for the Buddhahood. This is correct. But in Indian, the definition meaning to say Mahayana is a Yogacara and the Madhyamika. So number one, first school is the Madhyamika. Basically, for the Madhyamika is everything is emptiness, even though the Nibbana. Second school is the Yogacara. As just now Cecilia mentioned, Yogacara, their conclusion is everything is mind-made. Anything can come out from the mind. Why Cecilia just now mentioned is in such a way because Xu Yun Lao和尚aim for, his major subject is really Yogacara. 宣庄虚云慈航, they aim for that. So even though it's the Western Pure Land, it will end up that the Pure Land within the heart. See or not? There's already integration already. Well, it will be very different from the Pure Land from Jing Kong Lao Fa Shi, their side. So meaning to say Pure Land got also different school due to different integration with the different school. So what just now mentioned is the integration of the Pure Land with the mind-only school, just like this Yogacara. Well, basically, we stop here. I think for me, usually I prefer to ask our student go further, not just chanting 10 times and then waiting the Amitabha to come, because you are capable. You should proceed. Okay, instead of learning in the Western Pure Land, you should learn here. Here, one day is equivalent of 100 days. 100 years there. Okay. Then next, let's take a look. We go to the Tathagata Garbha. Why do we mention all this Tathagata Garbha, all this type of stuff? The reason is because we need to establish how the karma, how are the karmas established, and how we achieve a liberation. That's the only purpose of it. So always remember, why different school we talk about Yogacara, Madhyamika, Tathagata Garbha. The aim is because the system different, the way to establish karma will be different. So finally, the way the liberation also different. Why we need them? Because different root from the beings. We all have a different capacity. But here I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are intelligent type people. So you should use the more intelligent way. Because usually the auntie, they're simple, one words will be enough. But you all know, you need deeper, your faith built on understanding. Okay, so that's why I see you all. So that's why for Tathagata Garbha, what is the major concept is that everybody is having the Buddha nature, which is within our heart. We just say that within our heart. Everybody have, just like a mirror, okay, have been tainted by the dust. Now what we try to do, we remove the dust. Once we remove the dust, so the Buddha nature will be shining out. So this is the concept. Well, Tathagata Garbha have been integrated with Yogacara in Indian in certain period. So they say, once the integration, once the integration of the Tathagata Garbha with the defilement, we call it as the eight consciousness, a alaya consciousness. Once all the defilement have been purified or have been cleaned out, so the alaya consciousness will turn out, become the Buddha nature, which is all our aim. But of course, it must be, finally you have to practice the 6 paramita so that you finally attain to the Buddhahood, or you just still become Arahant. So let's take a look. So this is our syllabus. Okay, let's take a look. So this is our recap, our previous recap. Okay, see. So they said Tathagata Garbha means thus gone and thus come. And then we got a concept that it's just like an embryo or in the container. But we prefer but we prefer to consider as an embryonic Buddha, meaning to say that the Buddha, this is embryonic Buddha, is within everybody wombs in everybody heart. And then once we attain that, we will get the seal nirvana as the aim free. Okay. So now we go to the next passage. It's the Tathagata Gaba and the defilement. Sally, can you please read the passage in the Tathagata Gaba, please?
In the Tathagata Gaba Sutra and Ratanagotta Vibhaga, a number of metaphors are used to illustrate the relationship between the intrinsical pure Tathagata Gaba and the strains of adventurous defilements, greed, hatred, delusion, etc., which are said to obscure it. It is both like a Buddha image wrapped in tattered rags, which suggested as unchanging perfection, which has simply to be uncovered, and also like the shoots of a great tree piercing through the fruit from which it grows, suggesting that it is a potential in need of cultivation. Indeed, it is to be seen as both since beginningless time naturally present and perfected through proper cultivation. While these may seem as intention, perhaps the intention is to indicate that one must first uncover the Tathagata Gaba as a Buddhist potential and then mature it to Buddhahood by activating qualities implicit within it. The Ratnagotara Vibhaga sees the Tathagata Gaba as already present, the immaculate true nature to which nothing needs to be added and from which nothing needs to be taken. Yet it has to be separated from the accompanying impurities, just as gold ore has to be refined so as to bring out and manifest the intrinsic purity of gold. In the Bodhisattvas, it is partly purified, and in the Buddhas, it is wholly purified. The Mahaparivarana Sutra sometimes suggests that the Tathagata is already existent, intrinsically pure essence, and sometimes that it is a specific seed potency of future purities. That is said in a perspective in which has in its background the Saravadin idea that future dharmas in some sense exist. The distinction between a potential for future Buddhahood and an existing Buddhahood that one just needs to uncover is lessened, as argued by Mingwu Liu. While the sutra says that sentient beings definitely have the Tathagata, which is identical to the external unconditional nature of Tathagata Nirvana, they only have in it future sense. They have the ability to become Buddhas when the right conditions of spiritual practice come into play. Just as milk has the potential of becoming cream or butter when treated in the right way, but not already contain cream or butter. A man may loosely say that he has butter if he has some milk to churn, but he still has to churn it. For sentient beings, the Buddha nature is existent in the future, not in the present. Yet, as sentient beings with minds, therefore, they are ever capable of becoming Buddhas. Liu thus reads the overall message of the sutra as the sentient beings are capable of awakening because they lack a fixed, definite nature. This, in effect, is how the Madhyamika school understands Tathagata as a way of talking about emptiness of inherent nature, which does allow ultimate change. This interpretation, however, is not generally how Tathagata Gaba was understood in East Asia, where it is often to be seen as a pre-existing reality waiting to be uncovered.
Okay,
The
so we digest these two paragraphs first. Oh. Um,
Before we have not done that yet.
Oh, not yet this paragraph. Okay.
Only 2 paragraphs.
Okay. So only until here lah, to be uncovered lah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, class, let's take a look. Historically, how is the situation for this sutra? Let's take a look first. Okay, class, let's take a look. So now we are talking about is in Indian Buddhism, see or not, early Sangha is 450 before Christ. Buddha Parinibbana is before Christ 545. So now we talk about the Mahayana school is about this century. From the first century starting, Mahayana start flourishing until number 500 CE. So once we talk about the Yogacara and this Tathagata Garbha is about this time. So usually the sutta, they are from this part. Okay. When we talk about the Mahayana, especially this Tathagata Garbha, as just now what you see, we notice that actually a lot of sutras say just want to try to tell us something is we got a Buddha nature. Okay, why this is so important? Because plus you have to imagine that at this time, not only Mahayana school, even though the earliest Buddhist school, there will be different school scattered around Afghanistan, Pakistan, just like in KL. You see or not? So in KL, we will see the Mahayana, then we see the Theravada. Both of them, they work so hard to get the customer, like Mr. Leong. So Mr. Leong's an amphibia. Sometimes you go to Mahayana, sometimes you go to the Theravada. And then Erti is the Malaysia Yana. So we got the third choice, and then one more is esoteric Buddhism, 4th time. Then sometime now some more coming is Japanese Buddhism. So got 5. So you see the competition is very strong. Can you imagine, class? So meaning to say that's why you have to tell people that everybody you got a Buddha nature. So this Buddha nature, then through the cultivation, just like the milk can purify, become the cream. So this is how. Again, once you talk about it, people will start to ask, okay, once I attain the Buddha nature, will I go back again to the unpurified state or not? People should ask what? If you already got the Buddha nature like a goal, how come you will become you will be tainted become full of the defilement? See or not? So meaning to say that okay, so Mr. Leong, how do you answer? Okay, number 1, if you have been purified already, will you go start back again, become a being? Yes or no?
No.
No. If a no, meaning to say that you got a Buddha nature. Okay, if no, meaning to say that in the very beginning you got a Buddha nature. So how come you will become a being?
Oh, this is just to remove the dust that we gathered.
No, what I mean is, you got to go in the very early stage already. So if that's the case, how come you will be tarnished by the defilement and now end up become a being?
Oh, that one is because it is because we were indoctrinated by society with all those defilements lah.
No. This is, you mentioned this life. I mean the past, many life. You say for the past many life, you already got the Buddha nature. Why you end up become a being here and reincarnate for so many life? If let's say you won't go start back, yes.
Because we have not completed our social responsibilities.
Yes, I think it is quite hard to answer, right? This is quite hard to answer. So from the text, classes, take a look. He mentioned that basically people sure will ask this question, right? So he said that so he said actually since beginningless time naturally present. So Mr. Leong, you just answer. It is naturally present from the beginner's time, they will be fine already. Actually, we cannot answer further. Am I right? You cannot answer further. Everybody is the being. Everybody, all the Buddha nature have been unpowered. Everybody is like that. Then we cannot trace back how long, cannot. So we say beginners of the time. So everybody is with this situation. But anyway, everybody got the potential to uncover all the defilement. To reveal our Buddha nature. So this is why there is one argument is in the school in China. They say that can the Ichanta, just like the people without root, maybe seems like the person who will kill the father, mother, or maybe a mental retarded people. That the case, can they become a Buddha or not? If you say yes, please raise your hand. 1 people, 2 people, 3 people. Okay, say no, please raise your hand. Okay. Sally, why you don't raise your hand? Okay, now you raise your hand already. Okay, actually the answer is they got the Buddha nature is true, but not this life. Not this life. Because the defilement is so strong, the Buddha nature have been covered by a very strong defilement. It takes many lives how to clarify it. So finally, and then they can recover. It really take a very long time. To successfully to clean all the defilement. Okay, but of course the potential is always there. You see, this Tata Kata Kappa, it means what? It's try to give hopes to everybody, even though you are even though you just finally go to the hell, even though you are just like a Devadatta, there's a hope. See or not? This school, the way I see is a hope. So meaning to say that Buddha nature is a potential. Let's remember that everybody got the potential, but you might not be. This life you can attain. Okay, so this is what in Savastivada, remember, Savastivada, what is so different from other Theravada present? They say that the Dharma exists in the past and the future. And in the past and the future, all are real one. Buddha nature is real, is in the future. But of course, you need the condition. So this is why they insist. So I think they argue that because Savastivada, in a deep meditation, they realize that the potential is there. It's even though in the future, you haven't attained it, but it is real one. In the ultimate truth. So this is the way. Another second way, we talk about the potential in the seed of bija, biji, it's a seed way. So meaning to say that everybody got the potential to become a Buddha. Okay, but it's just a seed only. You have to plant the seeds. You have to plant the seeds. You have to nourish the seed so that it will grow up. So this is how within our Buddhism, we try to, for this school, which we try to convince people that, yes, come and learn Buddhism. You can become a Buddha. Am I no? It is convincible, class? Yes, convincible? Convincible? Convincible, No, okay, convincible, okay, Except Cecilia, you also convincible. That's good, so that you know that, so especially for the retiring life, if you don't believe that, you will be very boring in your life because you got nothing to do. Am I right? Okay, you must be something that, okay, so we fight for that, okay, through the cultivation, the Buddha nature to make it unfold. So now we go back to a different original text. It's a little bit tough. You have to get used to it. So class, take a look. That's number 1. You see, Tathagata Sutra and the Ratnagotra Vibhaka. So we know the sutra. They use the metaphor. So this you know very well. Everybody, like whether Buddha image or whether it's the milk or whether it's the gold mine, it was the same thing. So this is the since beginningless time naturally present. We call it as the ignorance. Is the question no people can answer. So it's just like we are talking the snow to the summer insect. The summer insect will die immediately before reaching to the what else there? The winter season. So that they can never understand. So we can't. So it's the same thing, same case here. We have never we have never enlightened before. So the only thing is we believe it, maybe true because it's a Buddha saying. And one more thing is due to the suffering. Here, mostly are old age people, not the middle age to old age. You all are old age people. So you feel the suffering. So the suffering make you feel that there must be something you look for to end your suffering. Am I right? Samantha, it is correct. Correct, right? So this is how we make you try to believe something which you haven't experienced before. And next, let's take a look. Okay, you see an immaculate true nature to which nothing need to be added from, which nothing need to be. So meaning to say that the Buddha nature is already been there, no need to add anything. Okay, then lastly, you see six potential I mentioned, Savastiwada I mentioned already. Then everything needs to be encountered and the milk analogies. Okay, then you see capable of awakening because they lack a fixed definite nature. Okay, okay, class, let's take a look. So this is something quite different with the Madhyamaka school. Okay, which very famous Diamond Sutra and also the Heart Sutra. Why they're so different from this school? From this school, Tathagata, they said that okay, so Buddha nature. You got you got defilement, you just clear the defilement. But for them, even though this Buddha nature itself is still the emptiness, it's also based on the condition. So you have to cultivate and make the condition appear. Once you attain to Buddhahood, it's still emptiness. That is the difference. So class, you take a look. This is the text here. You see, the capable of awakening because they lack a fixed definite nature, you see or not? Then he say, how the Madhyamika school understand. This is how the Madhyamika school. Well, Tathagata Kappa said that, you see, okay, as a way talking about emptiness, inherent nature, we just allow ultimate change, you see. So you see, for Tathagata Kappa, East Asia means Afghanistan, Pakistan. Yes, yeah, Afghanistan, Pakistan. This is the East Asia. Okay, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Pakistan. We call it as a Gandhara class. I see. Now Asia, yeah, this is Beidong, East Asia. Yes, it's somewhere here. East Asia. This is East Asia. Oh, come on. East Asia. Understood in East Asia. No. East Asia is supposed to be this part China. It doesn't mean Afghanistan, Pakistan, not the Gandhara. It means, how the Chinese Buddhists are to understand this. Then one more, just now we mentioned, I see the Chinese school, you see it mentioned the name of what? Fa Xiang Zhong is from the Fa Xian, Xuan Zhuang. It mentioned that even the Ichantikas will eventually become Buddha. We take a look to the Ichantikas. 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 Okay. Buddhist Store Dictionary. Okay, let's check first. Ichantikas. Ichantikas. Let's take a look. Yes, Ichantikas. God filled with the desire or craving. It doesn't look very serious. Originally, Ichantika means hedonist or one who cherishes only secular value. It doesn't look very bad. It's just filled with the desire and craving. We see it's the bad one of the weak people. Bodhisattva become Ichantika to save all the beings. One without the nature for Nibbana. I think this one is more correct. I think maybe this is better. And incorrigible, unbelievable, who lack faith in the Buddhism has no prospect of attaining enlightenment. So this we call Ichantika, only available in Mahayana school. Okay, so now we just continue with this, the latest section. Elena, can you please read the passage, the latest section of the Mahaparinibbana?
The latest section of the Mahaparinibbana Sutra, translated into Chinese, are notable for the idea that everyone, including very wicked people, Echantikas or decadents will eventually become Buddhas due to their Tathagata Garbha. This refuted the idea found in some strands of Yogacara taught, such as the Fasian school, that such people were incapable of any kind of enlightenment because their storehouse consciousness lacked the pure seeds that would enable this. If the Tathagata Garbha is the pure basis of successful spiritual striving, however, it is necessary to account for the existence of the alien defilements which hold living beings back from awakening. How do they coexist in a being? The Ratna Gotra Vibhaga sees the defilements as a shell, as beginningless, as the stainless nature of mind that it covers. The Sarimala Devi Simbanada Sutra says that defilements are ultimately rooted in beginningless ignorance, but that only a Buddha can comprehend how the mind, whose inner nature is the intrinsically pure Tathagata Garbha, can be in any way associated with defilements. Here, in fact, one can see a Buddhist version of the problem of evil. From where does evil originate? Buddhism avoids the theological problem of evil, but a similar problem arises here. This is because the Tathagata Garbha is seen as the eternal foundation and support of both unconditioned, including inconceivable Buddha qualities, and the conditioned world of samsara. Quoting from the Mahayana Abhidhamma Sutra, the Ratna Gotra Vibhaga equates the Tathagata Garbha with the Dhamma Ram principle, which is described thus. The Ram is without beginning in time. It is the common basis of all Dhammas. Because it exists, there also exist all places of rebirth and full attainment of Nirvana. This was probably not meant in the sense that there is a single universal basis for the whole universe. For the Tathagata Garbha Sutra refers to a pure plurality of Tathagata Garbhas, but in the sense that the minds of the sentient beings are what sustain the rounds of rebirth and also have a potential which makes possible the realization of Nirvana.
Yeah, please continue. Yes,
Making the Tathagata Garbha the basis of all clearly implies that it is also the basis of the defilements and ignorance. The Ratna Gotra Vibhaga supports this implication by saying that karma and the defilements are based on unwise attention, which perceives the conditioned world as permanent and substantial. That this is based on the mind's purity, but that this true nature of mind is itself without any further basis. Lanka actually says that the Tathagata Garbha holds within it the cause for both skillful and unskillful action, and by it all forms of existence are produced. Like an actor, it takes on a variety of forms. In the final analysis, though, the Tathagata Garbha's texts seek to avoid any notion that genuine evil comes from the pure Tathagata Garbha. Thus, the defilements are seen as insubstantial, unreal, but as imagined by the deluded mind. This is seen by the fact that the true Nibbana, Buddhahood, is not regarded as the extension of anything, but as a Dhamma body or Tathagata. This already exists, for covered by defilement. It is the Tathagata Garbha. As in the Madhyamika and the Yogacara, awakening is not realized by destroying real defilement, but simply by not originating illusory ones, the illusory suffering to which they lead. Why this illusion should be imagined is still not explained. However, only a Buddha can know.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, raise hand, please, once you finish. Okay, class, let's take a look. Basically, here, as we mentioned just now, they argue the Ichanta supposed to still have got the Buddha nature, but for the Yogacara school, they said the lack of the pure seed, the lack of the pure seed to enable it. So maybe take another time. So another philosophical question is, how come the defilement are so dirty? And this is the Buddha nature. How come they be worked together? Is another question. I think why they ask this type of question, maybe if you don't answer properly, maybe the customer will go to other school. But here, I don't see any reason you will ask this type of question. Or if I answer not good, then you will run away. I won't see this thing will happen. Am I right? Am I right? Elena, will you bother or not? Why in the beginningless of the time, the Buddha nature can mix well with the defilement? I think you don't bother, right? But here it happened in the text, meaning to say at that time, this is a very important question you must answer. Must be logic, so that people choose to school. Okay, so as they mentioned now, basically from different sutta, how do they answer this? Class, take a look. You see, how do they coexist? So number one, they said defilement is a shell, you see. Or there's other sutras, Sri Mala Devi Simhanata, they said is rooted in the beginningless of ignorance. So the different ways to answer it, okay? So they say it's like a shell and rooted in a very early stage. This is the answer. Second, they say, if that's the case, where does the evil origin? You see or not, class? This is a Buddha nature, okay? This is the defilement, okay? So the defilement cover your Buddha nature. So I don't know why people, they are so free. They ask, where is the defilement come from? Okay, usually this type of question, if you go to the school, the Pure Land school, they say, don't ask so many questions. You just do the Buddha chanting, will be good enough. But for the intellectual, they have to know why. So we try to explain, and it is answerable. You see or not? Here he said that, basically, Tathagata is the external foundation and support of both the unconditional, including inconceivable Buddha quality, and the conditioned world of the samsara, meaning to say that this is both, the samsara world, you see, class, we are in the samsara. So this is our body. Buddha nature within ourself, okay? So meaning to say, the Buddha nature itself which is unconditioned, is within the condition of our physical body and the physical world. So that's why the Buddha nature will be carried on from our one life to another life, except we try to unfold it. Okay, so this is how they answer. Still not really answer the way I see it. Not really answer. See, Elena also feel unsatisfied. Okay, one thing is they say that you see, plus let's take a look. You say, what does it mean, Tathagata Kaba? In a different way, it could be Dharma, Ram, we call it as a Dhatu. Or it is a common basis of all the Dharma. Or because it exists, they also exist. Sally, can you try to explain what Mr. Leung, can you try to explain? Because it exists, they also exist.
These are what they call the conditions as Sifu. When this arises, that arise, and when this ceases, that ceases also.
You see, Mr. Leung, because it exists, they also exist. 你會唔會覺得好似講咗好似冇講咁樣？唔係why No, usually why this thing will happen is because once we talk about the Nibbana, Buddha nature, 有得冇得好講開，是人so from here we understand in Buddha scripture a lot of people, this kind of people, they always keep on asking the thing. So finally, the 講咗好似冇講 because it exists. So of course it exists. Like why you call Mr. Leong? I said because I am Mr. Leong, so I call Mr. Leong 咯。好似咁樣樣咯，我冇先答咗好似冇答咁樣哦。Okay, but anyway, this is how we understand because all is all is taken out from our original text. You see, so here actually tata kata gaba means equates the tata kata gaba with the dharma ram principle. So remember when you see the word dhatu, dharma ram, common basic, that will be the same thing. Well, usually, how do we understand? I still prefer using the quantum physics. Class, take a look. So this is the quantum physics. Basically, nowadays, quantum physics. If you go, try to using the very sophisticated, the high-tech equipment. Try to analyze the particles to the finest point. They will see is this type of string is the final one, and also this type of the string or some sort like an energy field. It is surrounding everywhere. It's surrounding everywhere, and this is once you keep on analyze the particles to the final particle until you can analyze some more, you will know this is a type of energy. So that's why in Heart Sutra they say. The emptiness, okay, 色不异空，空不异色. The rupa is the emptiness. Emptiness is the rupa because it's just the energy transform only. So it's the same. So no matter how you go to the fundamental, you reach to the Buddhahood. Actually, it is the field of the magnetic energy only. So once you reach there, there will be no more reincarnation. Okay, but since we got ignorant, don't know somehow we start to create. All the activity, and then we keep on reincarnate. Now we try to go back to that energy field. Get it? Okay. So the first important, the jhana must be important so that we got the equipment to keep on analyze it to the finest point. And then you know or not, actually one thing is very awkward in the quantum physics. It makes all the physicists scared. You know in the class, if you see it, if you watch if you watch the neutron, it will become a neutron. If you don't watch it, actually it's a wave, you know. If you don't watch it, so meaning to say that wherever you see they are all actually is a wave. But since we all observe it, it turns out to become the particles. So wherever you see is the particles, it's because you watch it. If you don't watch it, they appear like a wave only. See or not? That's what Einstein you say, how come happen? Meaning to say the moon doesn't exist until you see it as a moon. This is what Einstein, until die, he also cannot accept it, but it is the fact. So finally we notice that you watch it, then it will become the truth, the thing. So that's why we say everything is a mind made. Because once you watch it, it will appear in the concrete form. If you don't watch it, actually all is just a wave for me. But I think for us, we are not scary because we know that once we keep on cultivating to that state, and then everything is made from our mind. Our mind will create everything. We know this very well. But for the physicists, they don't meditate. So for them, they just keep on to do the finding only. But how come it will go to this? This line, and then also go to the quantum physics. There's no time, no space, no future, no present. So that's why they all feel scared. How come this thing will happen? Okay. Yes, Mr. Leong, your question.
Sifu, when you say wave, do you mean that it is energy, frequency, or vibration?
Yeah. Something like vibration. Energy, frequency with the vibration. Yes, it's the wave actually. It's the wave actually. I think if we are successfully in cultivation, finally we'll go back to the parinibbana. I think it's a stream of energy, and this energy no more ignorance to make it create again all the physical body for reincarnation. No more. Okay, get it? So we should work hard for that. Okay, that's why I quite agree. The Pure Land, my only Pure Land, the my only integration is very good. Everything is mind made. Everything. Our mind make everything because this is the most fundamental form of the energy. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Leong, again, question.
Yeah, Sifu, regarding this karma and the defilement based on unwise attention, is this is Yonesu Manasikara?
It's correct. Yoniso manaskara. Yoniso manaskara in a simple way that you see the thing in the wrong view. So finally, the karma create. If you see in the right view, it won't. What does it mean, see in the right view? You will see, because if you see things in the ultimate truth, which is a small particle, keep on anicca, dukkha, anatta, that is the right view. But we don't see in this view. So we keep on create the karma with the, ayuniso manaskara. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yes. Yeah, Cecilia, yes.
So, in order for us to see the right view, the only way to do it is through meditation.
Correct.
To calm the mind.
Yeah. But anyway, in order to meditate well, you must have a good precept first. You must have a good precept. And the good precept also support with the sila, dana, all this type of stuff. So it's a combo, whole thing you have to do together.
That means it has to come in a complete cultivations.
Yeah, not just one only, but we discuss one by one. But you have to do all together. Okay. Okay, next, let's take a look. Okay, then they say, let's say, which also have a potential make a possible realization of the nirvana. And next, now this is Mr. Leong asks unwise attention, you see, perceived condition were as a permanent and substantial. Well, class, basically we are all in the wrong wheel now. We're all in the wrong wheel because everything we see all come off with our brain is so real. Actually, it's the wrong wheel. So because it's so real, we think we ourselves are real, and the thing appears in the brain, everything is real, so all the defilement appear. So meaning to say that we are living in the illusion world. So you see the final conclusion is very good. You say we are not trying to get rid of all the defilement. What we try to awaken from the illusion world. Once we awaken from the illusion world, then no more karma will create. Get it or not, class? So this is the theory how the Zen school they do. You know what's Zen school? Zen school they say, even though you are in the ignorance for 1,000 years, you are just in the cave dark for 1,000 years. You no need to use the candlelight to light for 1,000 years. No need. Just a single candlelight immediately, the 1,000 years of the darkness gone immediately. See or not? It's very good analogy. So meaning to say our cultivation not really try to clear all the defilement. It just once we start to realize to see the truth already, meaning to say we see the anicca, dukkha, anatta until it turns out nature, all the rise and fall will become not rise and fall, and then an absolute state will appear. That is the nirvana. So that is when we try to realize it. Not just like we just mop the floor, like keep on mop all the dirtiness. Like Sally previously, you mop the floor of earthy. The way she mopped the floor is very hard. No, cultivation, it doesn't go in this way. We just realize that the illusion, they will be fine already. Yes, Sally, are you missing mopping the floor in earthy? You're not missing. Or you're missing our candlelight meal rather than mopping the floor. Yes, the candlelight meal. Next time, come on. We got two more guests, Cecilia and the Samantha. We have a candlelight dinner actually. MCO before. After the class, this time Dharma class. Okay, very happy at that time. Okay, let's take a look or see. Tathagata holds begin is the cause for both skillful and unskillful action. Okay, well, this is quite hard to explain, but what we see here, they say, an actor, it takes on a variety of form. Class, basically, for this, we always say that Tathagata is the true nature, but it keep on reincarnate with a different form, just like the actor play different role. So this is how our text explain to us. You say we keep on playing a different, like an actor, just play different roles. But finally, the Buddha nature is still the same one only. It's the same. It's the karma molding the different form only. Then you see, Buddhahood is not regarded as the extinction of anything, but you see, as the Dharma body, you see or not, Awakening is not realized by simply not originating illusionary one. Yes, we don't want the illusion some more, even though the suffering itself is the illusion. So class, I can tell you, class, because here we are the mixture of Mahayana, do you have impression that you go to do the repentance? Or we said it. We repent, and the Buddha, for being repent, we are all emptiness. So the karma also emptiness. Have you ever came across this sort of phrase? Elena, Sally, Mr. Leung? 有係咪啊？深蘇嚟有咁嘅嘢哦？燒咗什麼道 ？Yes, you come across this phrase but how come this phrase usually not explainable? Because I ask so many monks the moment I'm not the monk, so the monk so frightened of me. I keep on asking, can you explain all this? They say we don't know, don't ask. Because they are mostly just chant only. Not like me, we are intellectual monk, we study. So finally I realized that that is actually the integration of vipassana in the Mahayana repentance. I think who wrote it, not just simply wrote it, they have a cultivation experience. Mr. Leung, I think so. But just until now, mostly Mahayanist monks just chanting monk, so they can hardly explain, so they don't explain it. So basically, if you've got the vipassana experience, that will be the real repentance. Because everything is emptiness by, you view it as the emptiness. It's very high level. Okay, next, let's take a look. Okay, so now we go to Tathagata Gaba thought in relation to the Madhyamika and the Yogacara. Yes, I think maybe let's Samantha read the passage, please, Samantha. Both the Tathagata Gaba.
Both the Tathagata Gaba writers and the Yogacaras assign a more positive meaning to emptiness than is explicitly found in classical Madhyamika. The Tathagata Gaba is equated with emptiness and is said to be empty of and separate from all defilements, but not empty of or separate from the inconceivable Buddha qualities, more numerous than the sands of the Ganges. This set up a dichotomy between unreal defilements and the truly real Buddha qualities. This perspective differs from the Yogacara one, where there are three levels of reality, the three Swabhagavas. Thus, the Tathagata Gaba writers hold there to be two levels of reality, like the Madhyamikas, but hold a more substantivist view of the highest reality than the Madhyamikas. In both the Madhyamika, perfection of wisdom, and the Yogacara is found the notion of the brightly shining citta, which ultimately derives from an early sutta and is a key Tathagata Gaba concept. In the perfection of wisdom literature, it is said of the thought of awakening. That thought is no thought, since by nature it is brightly shining, and that it is a state of no-mindedness, acittata, which is beyond existence and non-existence. This equates the brightly shining citta with the bodhicitta, which Tathagata Gaba literature sees as arising when a person becomes aware of the Tathagata Gaba within. Nevertheless, the perfection of wisdom passage sees the brightly shining mind as empty of the own nature of mind, and does not set it up as the basis of the world. In both Tathagata Gaba thought and the Yogacara, an aspect of mind is set up as the basis for both the conditioned world and attainment of the unconditioned. For the Tathagata Gaba writers, this basis was the shining Tathagata Gaba, while for the Yogacara, it was the depths of the Alaya Vijnana.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vijnana. Yes, okay. Okay, finish class. Okay. So now we go to the section about the relationship between of them. Oh, okay. So class, let's take a look. You see, This is the so obvious difference become the Yogacara and also Tathagata Gaba. So they say the most basic for this school, Tathagata Gaba, is the Tathagata itself. But Yogacara is the Alaya Vijnana. Remember or not? Alaya Vijnana meaning to say is the lying consciousness. So we have an eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, okay, consciousness. So finally, is the we will go to the 7 and 8 consciousness. Basically, we believe that the organ to support both of them should be our brain, but not exactly. Our brain not exactly is the 8 consciousness and the 7 consciousness, but we need our brain to support them to exist. Okay, so this is once we go to the deep of the brain, we'll notice that especially 7 consciousness always think that the 8 consciousness is the self, and then the 8 consciousness will store a lot of memory and the karma, or so we call it as a storage consciousness. So you see or not, this is the both are different. One is the alive consciousness, one is Tathagata Gaba. This is the different in the very beginning. But they got a lot of similarity, basically, the way they separate the world. For example, for Yogacara, they say that they got 3 levels of the world. Number 1 is the world as we see, which is the wrong will. And then another world we call as absolute truth, which we call as a nibbana, is the real world. And then there will be one more in between. From this part to walk to this part, you have to go through the middle one. Okay, so this is how the Yogacara see it. Whereas for Tathagata Gaba, the word just got 2 ways, just like in Madhyamika. One is the conventional truth, one is the ultimate truth. Okay, class. So this is how they are different. We see it. Basically, once we in the conventional truth, conventional truth is the world we are living now. Everything, is in the concept. They are by condition, the world, the time, the space, even though our physical body, even though our emotion, everything, our thought, everything is by the condition. We call it the conventional truth. So by having the jhana, you go deep inside, go to the inseparable part of the physical, of the rupa and the nama, that we call it as the ultimate truth. But for this, Abhidhamma is very strong to help us to explain. If you never study Abhidhamma, you just go through the Tathagata Gaba and Yogacara, you will get a very obscure perception, because they are not that clearly explained in the Abhidhamma. Then next, let's take a look. You see, he said that just now it mentioned both have a more positive meaning to the emptiness. You see, not Tathagata Gaba and Yogacara. Why? Because for the Madhyamika, basically the emptiness is more negative, as in the Heart Sutra. Class, can you try to chant the Heart Sutra itself? And then you please tell me that the emptiness described in the Heart Sutra is the negative emptiness or positive emptiness. Can you chant the sutra now? Can you remember the chanting? Can you try to chant yourself? Try. Okay, let me find out a bit for you. See, Heart Sutra. Okay, please try to go through the screen. Okay, it's the Heart Sutra in English. Class, is this a positive emptiness or the negative emptiness? Yeah, Sicilian, what do you think? Is this a positive emptiness or the negative emptiness?
Positive.
Positive. Let's go further. You see? Yes, Sally, positive negative emptiness or negative emptiness?
Positive. There's
No
no
lah.
defilement.
Everything is a no. Okay, again, never mind. You see. Okay, let's take a look to here. Okay.
No obstacles.
Okay, I should come back here. Okay, class, I think the translation is misleading, I think. It should be negative. Should be negative emptiness, you know. How come it translates become positive emptiness? Something wrong already. Because this is translated by the Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese monk. No, actually, as we know, I think Lena, you can try the Chinese version. 无言而闭塞生意，无色是相处 for everything is a no one, you know. So because they try to negate everything to show that the existence of the true nature. Yes, Mr. Leong.
Therefore, if everything is emptiness, what is there to be attained? Nothing.
Yes, nothing. Yes, nothing. Actually, why? Nibbana couldn't be used any verbal to explain. Any verbal explain is wrong. So they try to avoid any verbal explain to show, to manifest it, the existence. Okay, get it or not? Yes. So this is why if you ask this question, Mr. Leong, Yoga Chara Tata Kata Kaba more suit you. The Madhyamika not suit you. Right? You want to attain something, right? Finally, right? Finally you want something also. Must be Yoga Chara. Not the
Because the
Madhyamika.
thing is, if we want to achieve something, that means there is a self.
Oh, not really. Because I mean because in Abhidhamma, you got the kusala and akusala. Even though the desire, we have a kusala desire. We shouldn't empty the kusala desire. I aim for the Buddhahood. The aim is not the attachment. The aim itself is kusala, is a favorable consciousness. So you have to separate it.
Chanda.
It's a chanda. Yeah, it is we call it as it could be good, it could be bad. You couldn't just you don't want anything, or maybe in the final stage yet now. But we must have an aim, good aim, holy aim.
Correct.
Okay, let me try to finish it about times about coming. Okay, then you see they say they got two level relative I mentioned already. Then he said that the thought of awakening body chitta, that the thought is no thought, since by nature it is brightly shining. It's a state of a no mindedness. It's trying to explain the state is no mindedness. So the shining mind as the emptiness of our own nature or mind doesn't set it up as the basic of the world. So meaning to say, class you see or not, whether you see, class you see, mind is set up at the basic for both conditioned world and attainment of the unconditioned world. This is by Tathagata Gaba and the Yogacara, meaning to say that everything is mind-made. In a simple way, everything is a mind-made. Of course, this mind is not our present mind, not the mind. If you say, hey, mind-made, can you please make it disappear? No, it doesn't mean this way. You have to explain in the ultimate truth. So ultimate truth, finally, we notice that all the particles, all the energy field, it form everything. That is the mind-made. You should be explained in the ultimate truth way. Yes, Elena, please.
I thought the Heart Sutra actually tell us that basically everything is empty, as such as so we do not grow attachment to with anything in this life.
Yeah, that's
That's
true. But you see, you remember, but the point is even though the Four Noble Truths also empty, the traveling condition also empty, like that you know. Oh, so that's why I say it should be negative it should be negative emptiness. Oh, it's not only empty the defilement, like this also empty, is it not? Four Noble Truths and traveling condition. Like this also, when you say you try to empty all this, finally the Buddha nature will appear, he said. Then you will just, overcome all the fear, you see not? Finally he said that you will attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, you see not? By empty everything, then you will attain the Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi.
Yeah, but then also when you link the Heart Sutra with the Diamond Sutra, is basically that you are supposed to leave everything behind the shore after you have crossed it.
Yes, the shore mean is the language. Elena, is the language and also the Dharma. The soul, I think the soul should be the Nibbana. You wanted to attain the Nibbana, so you don't carry the boat together. The boat means what? All the language, even though the jhana, everything you have to live in. That is the final one. The conventional truth. You have to you have to throw away the conventional truth, which like a boat, especially is our language. Okay, so this is how. Okay, so we finish our class. Let me try to conclude. So today, what do we learn? Basically, what we learn is about the Tathagata Kaba, so which is a Buddha nature within ourselves. Then we understand that the relationship with the Yogacara, basically that they are agreed that we have conventional truth and ultimate truth. And finally, we have to be from conventional truth to the ultimate truth. And then some controversy issue will be appeared about Chantika. So that is our class today. Okay, so before we dismiss, one thing is, okay, if let's say, okay, Cecilia, if let's say you just finished the meditation for beginner, if you want to learn, because our class both is already is go to the advanced already. You want them to introduce you other temple, or you prefer you fight for yourself, you look for yourself, the other classes? Cecilia?
I think it's too far for me to follow. I will do whatever I learn from the basic one.
Okay, so you want to go to find a temple by ourselves, or you like them to introduce to you? Sally, Elena, they are all banana like you. They also have this type of difficulty. You would like them to introduce to you or not? They are all?
Okay, I don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
anybody can introduce. This is the class. This class too tough for Cecilia. I think even though go to Theravada, it's better than go to the Christian. If no place to go, finally Cecilia go to the Christian. So that's what I worry for. Yeah, okay. I think Mr. Leong, you can introduce more English Dharma, right? Even though Theravada also doesn't matter, I think. No choice already. Hey, Elena, how about Fo Guangsan? Got English class or not?
Right now, we don't have any English class. We only have the reading club. So every time they will put up an article, and then one of the Dharma brother or sister will explain on that article. Basically, all those articles is from whatever written by Master Sinin.
Okay, in English, right?
In English, yes.
Okay. Yes, okay. How about, Cecilia, you prefer this or not?
No, I think it's okay, Sifu, because I follow Shah Alam Buddhist Temple, Shah Alam Buddhist Society. Every day they will have the sharing of the teaching from this Mahayana one. Theravada, sorry, Theravada sharing.
Okay. Theravada, the very traditional and orthodox. Anyway, better than go to Christian, okay, no choice already, we are
Yeah.
far behind. Okay, one more thing. Maybe you will ask, how is the cultivation of the Tathagata Gaba? So, class, I can tell you, basically, our Qigong emptying the mind itself is the practice of the Samadhi for the Tathagata Gaba. So the Vipassana same, we observe anicca, dukkha, anatta. It's the same one. Okay. One more good news for Cecilia. One more senior is joining the class. Okay. You want to practice the Qigong or not? One senior is joining.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, but no promise first. I will talk to the senior and try to convince her to become your teacher. Then you can learn already. Your affinity got okay. Cecilia,
Yes.
wait for my calling first. Let me confirm from the senior. One senior coming already. Yes, Elena. Anything? Yes, Elena.
Oh, I just want to say, Cecilia, don't give up hope, because even you are joining this class in the middle, especially this one on the history of Buddhism, you still can grab something. It's okay. You just follow the class. You listen to what Master tells us. You still can get some ingredient from the class.
Yeah. You make it like a general Dharma talk. You go general Dharma talk, like come here is the same only, right?
Yes.
I think
something like that.
I think maybe you try to avoid to make sure that you know the text, every vocab properly. Maybe quite hard, but I mean for this type of conversation, it's quite easy, understandable, right? Am I right?
Yes.
What we talk, I think it's understandable, right, Cecilia? Okay. Yes, Mr. Leong, you want to convince her? Please, more. Ask her to stay.
Yeah, Cecilia, just empty your cup. And like a sponge, absorb all you can.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the advice.
Okay lah. Well, okay. Anyway, we express our concern for your learning already. Okay, I let you decide, Cecilia. I put you back your name inside. I let you decide. You want to come in, you can come in anytime. Because I always think that you're all about the same age. You need a group to mutually support each other. You can understand each other better. All are banana, right? All banana, and also all quite same age. Okay lah.
Maybe just treat this class like a storytelling class lah. Then somehow rather you can grasp quite a lot of Buddhist ingredients inside there. Then you take your cake.
Yeah. Okay, good idea. We let her to decide lah. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You remember that she's the coacher for the customer service, So she will think that your whole customer service is very bad. Okay. Okay. So please palms together. Okay. I wish to inculcate.
I wish to inculcate
more favorable consciousness.
More favorable consciousness.
Through transferring merit.
Through transferring merits.
To my past life enemy and relative.
To my past life enemies and relative.
May they be liberated.
May they be liberated.
And free from suffering.
And free from suffering.
Attain Nibbana.
And attain Nibbana.
And helping others to do the same.
And helping others to be the same.
Yeah, Cecilia, please. Okay.
Thank you, Sufu, for guiding us in this class, and maybe pay our respect to the respective Sufu. Shadu.
Okay, bye-bye.